This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken is presented by Bancorp South, right where you are, and brought to you in part by the City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Hattiesburg Coca-Cola, want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. We'll be back with This Week in Southern Miss Football right after this.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. Golden Eagles pick up a win over the weekend. They knock off the Roadrunners of UTSA by a score of 32-10. Now they get ready to hit the road. They travel to Charlotte, North Carolina to take on the Charlotte 49ers. And Todd, let's go back and talk about the win over UTSA. What are your thoughts on that one as you sat down and from what you saw during the game, what you've seen on tape, what impressed you about the Golden Eagles? Where did you feel like you got to get better?
Well, I thought our team played awfully hard. I thought it was the 7th straight week that our guys had prepared really well during the week and came ready to play. We started off fast. We kicked off to them, got a 3-and-out, and got a quick score, and we never trailed after that. I thought that was great. Obviously, some things to work on. Settling for field goals, turning the ball over, but the good news is we dominated the game. We dominated them up front, both sides of the ball. We were able to run the ball and stop them from running it, and it was a total team win. Defensively,
they had just a little over 200 yards of total offense in the ball game. Where have you seen the defensive football team get better from a year ago or just this year alone? Where have they gotten better?
Well, I think first off, I think we got better players. I mean, collectively, we have a better group of players. We have more guys to choose from. When we've been banged up on defense, we've had a number of guys that have filled in, and now we're healthy. And we do have a number of first-year guys in our program, so they're only going to continue to get better, even though maybe they're not freshmen, but they're newcomers and really starting to figure out how it all works together.
Offensively in the ball game against UTSA, what did you feel like you were able to do, and where did you feel like you needed to do some other things that maybe you couldn't do on Saturday night?
Well, we had a good night statistically. You know, we were able to throw it and run it. Obviously, the settling in the score zone for field goals, and then obviously turning the ball over kind of puts a damper on that. But it's a positive thing that we can score. We can move the football. There's been very few games this year that we haven't. And so that's good to know. We can stop people and we can score.
Let's talk about the two guys we saw run on Saturday night in Jalen Richard and Ito Smith. They're both kind of different types of players. Does that allow you some flexibility and cause some problems for the defense because they've got to adjust to those two guys?
And they're different in some ways, but similar. Both can catch the ball to the backfield, which is really good. Either one of them can protect and catch the ball. But Jalen's much more of a power runner. He's developed himself into that downhill, lowering his pad level, where Ito's great at making people miss, space players. So it does allow us to do some things a little bit different with each of them.
Offensively, too, you're able to throw the ball fairly effectively. DJ Thompson had a big ball game, had 6 catches in the game, and Mike Thomas, 4 straight games now of over 100 yards receiving. That's a pretty good combination. Then you throw in Casey Martin, so you got 3 pretty good guys right there.
Well, we've been really lucky, John. You know, we've got some young receivers we really like, but they're freshmen. But luckily, other than one game, you know, with Mike, we've had Mike and we've had DJ and we've had Casey healthy and Nick has stayed healthy and our running backs have stayed healthy and, you know, Ricky Park's coming back. So those pieces where we're thin, we've been relatively healthy and they've continued to make plays.
Well, it was Southern Miss and the Roadrunners of UTSA on Saturday night at the Rock. It was homecoming on campus. Let's go back and take a look at all the highlights.
Going to play action fake, look to throw, and he's going to get sacked.
back at the 20-yard line. And play action fake. Mullins looking to throw down the center of the field. Does he have a man? Throws it into coverage. It's caught. Touchdown Southern Miss. Great adjustment by Mike Thomas. He was well covered about the 5. Mike got just enough separation, made the catch, and dances into the end zone as he beats Justin Chavez. Now an empty backfield. Sturm drops to throw. Under pressure. Chased out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Dylan Bradley wasn't going to let him get away. Bradley able to grab him and wrestle him down for the quarterback sack. It works out of the shotgun and play action fakes. Pump fakes. In trouble. Trying to run. He's going to be sacked again. 3rd sack of the ball game. Snap taken. Play action fake. Mullins looking to throw down the seam. That one a diving catch, and hanging on to it for the Golden Eagles is Mike Thomas. Takes the snap, leaves it with Williams, and Sturm's going to keep it. And he's going to get it down there to the 16, and the ball comes loose. Picked up by Kalen Reed, and Reed will return it to the 18. So the Eagles get it right back. Sturm had made the fake up the middle to Williams, kept it around the left side. Eagles knock it loose, and Kalen Reed recovers for the Golden Eagles. Out of the shotgun, Mullins takes the snap, play action fake. He looks to throw, looking, left sideline's got a man. DJ Thompson, wide open, makes the catch. Cuts back center of the field, across the 30, and down to near the 27-yard line. Couldn't have been any more wide open than DJ Thompson was, and Nick Mullins found it. Back down, kick is up, is going to be good. Sturm barks the signals, takes the snap, drops to throw, being chased by the Golden Eagles and sacked. Back inside at 25. He never had a chance. Xavier Thigpen with his 3rd quarterback sack of the year. Marini's a wing right side. Play action fake. Mullins looks to throw. Over the middle. Got a man. It's going to be caught down around the 10-yard line. Coming from the right side, DJ Thompson. DJ got hit but hung on down around the 10. First down Eagles. Schufert will snap it back down, kick up, and a line driver that not very pretty, but up and through for Broccoli. Richard along the right side of Mullins. Nick looking to throw, pump fake, looking, throws left side, got a man. DJ Thompson makes a catch, gets out of bounds, just shy of the goal line at the 2. Thompson got away from his man, and a beautiful throw by Mullins. Thompson made the catch, kind of backtracking, but hung on out of bounds at the 2. Back down, and the kick by Broccoli is up, and the kick is going to be good. Mullins takes the snap, 3-man rush. Steps up, fires long, right sidelines, and going up to make the catch. It's made by the Golden Eagles. Richard, the deep man, there's a throw into the end zone, and DJ Thompson goes up and makes a catch. Touchdown Southern Miss. And DJ having the night of his young career, his 6th catch of the night. Empty backfield, Sturm looking to throw it, he got sacked. Oh, he had no chance. This will be a 39-yarder, right down the middle. Mullins taking the snap, under pressure, throws left side, caught by Richard, wide open at the 50, the 40, a foot race. They're going to catch him from behind and bump him out of bounds. And the handoff goes to Richard, he's in, touchdown Southern Miss. And the Eagles make it a 32-10 ball game. The Eagles go to 4-3 on the year.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine
that need to be kept at 41 degrees
while being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees in the shade?
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done,
we're here to help.
Thank you so much for this prestigious award. I would like to thank my friends and family.
It's time for your homework.
Coming, Mama. SNSA. I would also like to thank my educators for all they've done with me. Without them, I couldn't do anything.
And the winner of the first place award for small cities is Hattiesburg, Mississippi for the Education Initiative.
What are you doing back there, Haley?
Feeling like a winner.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bank Corp South. Time now to meet one of our Golden Eagles seniors, and today it is offensive lineman Norman Price out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, who came to the Golden Eagles by the way of Hines Community College. And Todd, this is a guy who's really come in and made a big contribution. He did it last year. He's gotten even better this year. Talk about Norman, what he's brought to this team.
Well, first of all, he's a great young man, a very intelligent, hard worker. You know, it takes time. It took him a year to kind of get used to, hey, changing over from a junior college. Everything's different, and really has worked hard and really is a staple in our offensive line.
And Norm's one of those guys, he's not one of those rah-rah guy either. He's kind of a quiet guy, but he's one of those that just on the field, on the practice field, in the locker room, sort of leads by example.
No, he does, by example, and he'll get fired up, but it's not his norm, I guess is the way to say it. And but he's a great kid, worked awfully hard, and he's a big part of our offense.
No question. He's been a part of the success the Golden Eagles are having this year out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, and Hines Community College. Let's spend a few minutes to meet up close and personal Golden Eagle offensive lineman Norman Price.
The process of playing online is, sometimes it can be frustrating because we don't really get any credit unless, you know, a sack happens or something. And when you go up to the line, you have so much more stuff to think about, and you have to work. You got to think about, all right, am I double teaming this play? Who am I working with? All right, what did Cameron Tom just call out? What do I need to do? Do I need to jump set this guy? Do I need to kick back vertical? Is the linebacker coming? Is the safety coming down? Do I need to call the blitz call to pick it up? And sometimes it can be frustrating because we'll like, people don't appreciate it until that sack happens. People don't appreciate, like, Cameron Tom has one of the, it's hard snapping the ball. People take it for granted. People just think, all right, he's just snapping until, whoop, one goes over Nick's head, and then, Cameron Tom, you need to do better. They just don't understand how frustrating it can be because people really take our position for granted, because 5 people working together in synchronization, that's very hard to do, and that's very hard to do it at a consistent rate each play after play after play. The summer at Hines, I had committed to Mississippi State in the summer, and then I went throughout my season, and I was talking to TC, and he had offers too, like SEC offers and stuff, and he told me he was coming to Southern Miss. I'm like, Southern Miss? And we visited the campus, and I was still committed to him. And after I visited, they made me feel like I was already a part of the team. And I don't even know these guys. I haven't played with them, talked to them or anything. And Coach Monken, he told me, like, he sat me down and told me the truth. He said, if you come here, I'm not guaranteeing you a starting job or anything. And that's what turned the table for me, Coach Monken's honesty and the way I bonded when I got here on my visit. And I ended up signing to Southern Miss while I was still committed to Mississippi State, so it changed that day. The best advice I got pertaining to football was when Coach Finley came, the new coaching staff came in, and he was like, you can't just always pray to be good or like ask God for this and that, and you don't go out there and put in the work. And he told me faith without works is dead. So then I realized, okay, I need to start putting in the extra. I need to go to regen. I need to go to the pool workouts. I need to get in the cold tub. I need to take every single step to show God that I really want it, and then He'll grant it to me, He'll give it to me. The advice I give to the younger guys to be successful is just go ahead and put in the work now, because a lot of people their freshman year, they think, I'm going to get redshirted. There's no point in me really taking this serious until sophomore year. Well, I can tell you that those years go by so fast, because it feels like I was just a freshman at Hines in Raymond, and I think I actually did that. I was like, it's not serious. I'm not nowhere near my junior or senior year. I can just chill out right now. I'm not going to put in any extra work. And then that's where I kind of messed up. But now I realize that, and I don't want them to make that same mistake. Right now I am majoring in communications, and I want to be a sportscaster or broadcaster, and if football doesn't work out in the long run, I just want to do that, end up working for ESPN or something.
A 98-yard drive that left Southern Miss fans euphoric and Mississippi State fans drained highlighted another thrilling Golden Eagle Bulldog game at Jackson's Memorial Stadium on September 20th, 1986. Down 24-21 with the ball on the Southern Miss 2-yard line and just over 2 minutes remaining in the game, the Eagles responded with a 15-play scoring drive capped by Shelton Gandy's 4-yard run with just 29 seconds to go, winning 28-24. Now remembered as just the drive, the Golden Eagles' 28-24 last-second victory over Mississippi State on September 20th, 1986 will never be forgotten and will go down in history as one of the great moments in Southern Miss football.
I'm going to start to bring myself back, keeping my leverage. I think he's going to throw him the ball. I'm going to drive it. But I got to stay inside of number 2 by about 3 yards. I can't be on top of him. Here we go.
NFL Europe was a great teaching experience for me. It was probably one of the greatest times in my professional career that I learned the most, because I had a lot of time in the off-season to study the game, but just being taught by the players lessons and how they go about being a pro. And in that level, it's not so much of you're coaching them or teaching them, you're helping them, because it's their job and they have been through a lot of different systems. And I learned to coach a different way there, because we might have been playing at just a simple Tampa 2 coverage that, you know, I had picked up from somewhere, you know, down in Tampa Bay, and then one of my players might have played the same coverage at Chicago Bears. And so he would say to me, "Coach, you know, when I was in Chicago, they were telling us to do it this way." And I'd look at it and I'd say, you know something, that makes a lot of sense to me. And so you shape your ideas of coaching through, not only do you learn them through your own mistakes, your own players' mistakes, but you also gain coaching experience by guys doing it well and giving input, guys who are high football IQ guys, and you exchange ideas. And so a lot of that I try to take with me in coaching today and say, hey, look guys, we got to get this done. How do we do it? You know, we got to get this, you know, this read figured out, and we're not doing it my way. Help me out. What are you guys seeing out there? So you kind of rely on some of your better players. I remember being back with Gerald and Alan Howes and guys that really kind of, Brian Anderson now, kind of really works the game. You can share a lot of ideas with guys like that. You're constantly looking for an edge. I mean, that's the part of the game I love. I love studying the scheme. I love trying to make ourselves get better. And you go back and you critically evaluate what you were doing, how you were doing it, and are you doing too much, are you doing too little, and you study the teams that are really successful. Is it because they got great players? Is it because they're really executing their scheme? So that's what I really like about what I'm doing now. Is it's a challenge to me to try and, all right, how can I get our guys to play fast? How do I get them to play hard and make it look like, when I watched that game years, I tell a story all the time of seeing an ESPN game when I was in the Northeast. All the coaches did, all the announcers did was rave about how hard they played, how they attacked the ball. I mean, that's what, you know, that's my vision, and that's what we're ultimately trying to get our guys to play like. Well, I go back to, I tell the story of recruiting, I tell the story to everybody I know. When I was a college coach up in the Northeast in the 90s, and I'm flipping through the game on ESPN, and I stopped, and it was this reason why I stopped. It was a team that had a black helmet, a black jersey, and black pants on, and they had the Southern Miss logo. And that was before black was in vogue. That's why I remember it so vividly. It was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Look at those uniforms. But then they go back and they talk about everything that how hard they were, how tough they were, how physical they were, what an unbelievable place the Rock is to play, what a great community, Hattiesburg is, and what the support of, Southern Miss, and you go back and you say, to myself, I said, wow, that'd be a pretty cool place to coach defense one day. And now, I'm the defensive coordinator of this vision that I had way back when. So you can't put a value on it. I mean, it's just something that this place has had a lot of great tradition in it, and I'm just trying to build on the foundation that was already here, and hopefully we can make the people proud of us.
Southern Miss fans, show your pride with real Golden Eagles gear from the official online store, shop.southernmiss.com. You'll find everything a Golden Eagles fan needs, from jerseys to sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of Golden Eagles products, including official team merchandise from Russell, when it comes to Golden Eagles pride, there's only one place real Southern Miss fans go, shop.southernmiss.com.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. The Golden Eagles now getting ready for the Charlotte 49ers. But before we talk about Charlotte, Todd, let's talk about your defensive coordinator, David Duggan. We just saw a little feature we did with him. David's been around, I guess, now 7 years at Southern Miss, counting the 4 years he was here previously. And talk about David and what his philosophy and how that sort of meshes what you want to do defensively.
Well, Dave's a real organized guy, and I never have to worry that we're not prepared on the defensive side of the ball. Really, like I said, it's important to Dave. It's important that we play well. It's important his relationship with his players. And you can see the improvement as we've gotten better players, as we've continued to grow. And I think he's done a great job leading our defense.
All right, the Charlotte 49ers, a brand new program. First time the Eagles have ever played this club. Go over there and play on Saturday afternoon. Brad Lambert's their coach. He's trying to build something there in Charlotte. And it looks like even though they're young and just getting started, it looks like he's done a pretty good job of that program.
He has. I mean, you started up and they've been playing, this is their third year. A lot of the same players have been playing. Yeah, they've added some transfers, but realistically, when you play together that long, I mean, they know what they're doing. They're going to be a tough opponent this week. They play awfully hard. What's hurt them is turning it over. I mean, they've turned it over, but they're good on defense. They're #1 in the conference in rush defense, so we're going to have our work cut out for us trying to run the football, but we look forward to the challenge.
For our fans who know nothing about this Charlotte football team, what do they like to do offensively and defensively? How do they like to play?
They've got athletic quarterbacks, so you've got to count for them. They run some hybrid stuff on the perimeter. And then defensively, they're multiple. They're going to line up in some 4 down, some 3 down, and give you different blitz looks and really try to throw you off. We've got to do a great job of avoiding lost yardage plays. And if we do that, we'll be fine.
They are a team, I think they only won a couple of ball games, but when you look at what they've done, they've been in most ball games that they played this year.
They have. I mean, it was a close game against Temple, who's now ranked. They played them at home, and they just lost this past weekend to Old Dominion, who last year beat Rice and Louisiana Tech. And so FAU, they lost only to 17-7. So they've been in these games. They just haven't found a way to either score when they've gotten the red zone or stop turning the ball over, but we're going to have to play our best.
You guys have been back on the practice field a couple of days now getting ready for Charlotte. What's the attention been on this week? What are some of the keys for you to address the team about that they've got to do to have a chance to win this weekend?
Well, it's always the same, John. We've got to have a great week of practice, irrespective of the opponent. We've had 7 good weeks. There's no reason we don't have an 8th great week getting ready for Charlotte. And it doesn't matter who we're playing. It's, how do we attack the week? We control those things. And that always gives you the best chance when you prepare for an opponent what they do, not specifically to what their record is or what you think you need to bring during the week.
I always like to ask you real quick about Conference USA, some good wins all around for different teams in the league, and it doesn't look like it's changed a whole lot. Right now it's just going to be who's the hottest team down the stretch, who plays the best and is most effective, because both sides of this league are kind of up for grabs.
No doubt, and I think it could come down to a tiebreaker. It really could. You know, Western's looked, at least offensively, like the best team in our league, but you know, there's still a lot of football to be played. And you know, if you win, you know, your game, so the middle, Western Kentucky, Marshall head-to-heads, us, Rice, and Louisiana Tech, those head-to-head games are going to be critical.
And it's like every other league. I mean, that's why each week is just as important, or maybe more important than the one before, because you know, one slip up or one victory by somebody else kind of changes the whole thing around.
No doubt. And the better you are as a team, the more important the games become. That's where you want to be. You want to be where every game becomes a big game, because you're trying to get bowl eligible. 2, you're trying to win the West. Then you're trying to win the league. So it's every game becomes more important when you're good.
All right, well, we'll see you Saturday at Charlotte and see you back here next week.
Okay, John.
All right, the Golden Eagles and the 49ers of Charlotte. That's an 11 o'clock kickoff Central Time, 12 noon over in Charlotte. Southern Miss and Charlotte, the 49ers meeting for the first time ever. Don't forget, Monday nights we're at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Hattiesburg for the Golden Eagle Hotline. Come on out and join us, and we'll talk a little Golden Eagle football. That'll do it. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time with another inside look into Southern Miss football.
This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken has been presented by Bancorp South, right where you are, and brought to you in part by the City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Hattiesburg Coca-Cola. Want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. This has been a presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports.